If they hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be angry. It only made sense. I mean, followed suit. It absolutely isn't true. Come to find out, and it took me a lot of work because there was all this resistance. But.
Welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono with Alexander Noman.
Aloha, Alex here. And the topic, having it all, was supposed to be the topic, and it's in quotes in the parentheses, an inside job. That was the original topic. And there's a slash, work, question mark. I did a video ways back that was titled Work. And there was in the, again, it's in the parentheses, the word profanity. It goes along with that word work. Inside job. That word job. Having it all. And then I said, no. Change it to having it all. Because that's the reality. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. This quote, an insider job. An inside job is used quite often in recovery, and a large part of my life is recovery. All goes well, what I consider well. I'll have 13 years clean and sober in a couple months. Start 14 years. Now, what that doesn't take into consideration is, am I going to live that long? There are two people close to me that have passed. They're not even that old. Neither of them, both were, it doesn't matter that they were late women friends, which has nothing to do with anything, but I mean, women, vibrant women that were close to me that didn't even know that they had cancer and died just recently, both of them. I have conditions that have been revealed to me, and in one of the conditions, they found a black spot a couple years ago. My insurance has lapsed. They were monitoring it, not knowing if it is growing in size, not knowing if it's cancerous, and they need it to get bigger to see. It's like, and my insurance, no more. So I cannot monitor it. The tests to check it out are beyond my means. So time is going by, and I don't know. What's the? It's like, is it sad? It's up to me, because this inside job, the word job is where the resistance is. There's also resistance to inside. What inspired this is I was made privy to a discussion quite a few people, over 30 people. In this discussion, I wasn't able to participate other than listening. And the topic was joy, like how to, let's say, how to joy, how to have joy. And I'm listening, and all of the feedback or input was about doing things externally for the different people. I do this, I do this, I do this. This brings me joy. This brings me joy. This brings me joy. I'm listening, and I'm like, I'm not able to relate. I'm waiting. Is somebody going to? It's an inside. It's like nobody's talking about the inside. And what I'm relating it to is the misconception for my whole life. I'm going to equate it to anger. How can joy relate to anger? Because they're not. I mean, of course, they're not at all alike, except inside job. My misconception that I always bought into, that event brought the anger in me. My whole life this would go on. If that didn't happen, then I wouldn't be angry. So that created the anger. That person created the anger. If they hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be angry. It only made sense. I mean, followed suit. It absolutely isn't true. Come to find out, and it took me a lot of work, because there was all this resistance, constant resistance, but. Thank goodness for the people working with me to cut through, and the willingness to hang in there to get super crystal clear. No, I created the anger. Now, here's the difference. Big difference. With the joy, it's still inside, but I'm not creating it. It's already there, so it doesn't require work. I don't have to resist. I don't have to say, oh, I'm creating. In this discussion, it finally got to one person who spoke about, instead of joy, it's like, no, what I've come to find out is I appreciate peace instead of joy. I'm like, my jaw drops. I'm such a judger. I need to refrain. I need to pull back from that judgment. And still I'm listening, and I'm, wait a second. They're inseparable. And whatever this person's experience is, I have nothing to do with it. My clarity is there's no separation between, yes, the peace is inseparable from that joy. Because whether the cancer is there or not, right now, I don't know when this airs, if it's going to be true, that I am alive then, because there's a delay. there is a purposeful delay in between the time these are shot and the time they are aired. So I don't know if I'll be alive. I'm alive now. And there is no, what amount of work am I doing to breathe? It's only a gift. Pure and simple. That's when the gratitude, the joy, and the peace inseparable. Until next time, aloha.